Mm, mm, mm.
And coach, so your first action with Bogdanovic, what was your thoughts on his minutes tonight?
Thought he played good minutes. I think coming off the bench, and having him play in a small lineup, it really didn't help him because we have a lot of structure with that. But I thought it was good, just his energy, just IQ on the floor, understanding how to play the game, and so you just got to try to get him some minutes with Zoo on the floor, just kind of see how that looks. But overall, like I said, a great team effort, great team win, and beat a good team tonight. And I thought we had the right intent the whole night on both sides of the basketball.
Ty, that was a game. Y'all had 41 points off turns. That's a huge number for any team, especially a team like that. How did you emphasize the possession battle before the game, and how did you just see, especially when y'all are down 12, y'all come out and just kind of put the pressure on the ball game?
Yeah, I thought early on, we started the game and, we made some shots. And then when we got the lead, just looking at it, we got some really good shots that we didn't make. And so they was able to get out in transition and able to score. And, Bane made 3 threes, from the parking lot. They kind of got them going. But I thought we generated some good shots during that stretch. And so just telling the guys to stay with it, keep getting good shots, keep getting to the paint, making the right play. And I thought we did that. And then, coming out in the third quarter, scoring 36 in that third quarter was huge for us.
What about the pressure that y'all put on their offense specifically?
Yeah,
Just
I
turning
mean,
them over and scoring off of that.
Yeah, Jaren Jackson, all-star this year, but he's tough. When he catches the ball on the block, he's able to get fouled, get to his, little jump hook. And so we wanted to double team him, when he got it on the post to try to, make it hard. And we did a good job outside of one. I think Edie got a dunk or a three-point play. But other than that, just being physical. Some of our defensive principles we had to take off because of their movement and because of their shooting. But overall, I thought we did a decent job.
And coach, that second unit, when you go small, put Kawhi at the 5, it seems like sometimes offensively you guys are stagnated. I don't see a lot of movement. What is it you guys are trying to get from that second unit when it comes to offensively when James is off the floor?
Well, KD couldn't come back in the game, so we didn't have a traditional point guard on the floor, and so it didn't look too good. But I thought defensively it was pretty good, and just gotta keep learning, just keep working on that small lineup offensively. But without a traditional point guard on the floor, it was going to be pretty hard.
I just wanted to clarify, meaning he suffered something?
Yeah, he'd be okay for tomorrow, but they just wanted to make sure he kind of did something, so he's okay for tomorrow though.
But
But
as far as,
yeah.
what was that?
But he couldn't. They didn't want him to come back, so
Was it a knee thing?
I can't remember.
You sure?
Yeah.
For those of us who won't see you tomorrow after the All-Star break when you guys come back, 53 games, I think 30 wins at this point. Like, what have you made of this first, not half of the season, but this first portion, pre-All-Star portion of the season? What have you made of how you guys just generally looked?
I think just our fight and our intensity defensively. The first 35 so games without Kawhi. I thought the guys did a great job of just coming together collectively. Especially on that defensive end. And some guys had, career years so far. Norm, Zoo, James making All-Star team again. Derek Jones Jr. having a career year. Amir. So, guys have stepped up and they played well. And so I just for our group of guys just to stay the course. When your best player is out for that extended period of time, and to be able to win games and put yourself in position to be the 6th seed now and got a chance to really take off and get better. We got a lot of room for improvement, especially offensively. But to be where we're at today, just happy with the guys and happy, with our coaching staff as well because they put in a lot of work.
Paul, I know post All-Stars when you like to put in a lot of offense and stuff like that. Do you think that would be maybe a little bit more difficult with 4 guys coming in and trying to put everything together like that so quickly?
Not really. We can always go early. We can, do a lot of different things to get those guys up to speed. But, I think it's good for us to start over too and just kind of, get Kawhi up to speed. What we want to run, how we want to implement him in offensively on a night-to-night basis, and just continue to keep getting better. So, like I said, tonight our intent was right, as far as getting to the paint, sharing the basketball, and sticking with what was working, and so hats off to our guys for doing that.
So you pretty much played 9 tonight in the rotation. When Ben does eventually get back, do you feel like there's room to make it 10, or do you want to stick with 9 and have him sub somebody out?
We'll see, because with the back-to-back situation, it's going to be 9 anyway, pretty much, with Kawhi and Ben not playing back-to-backs right now. So it's going to be different, every night, once that starts. But we'll see, just whatever the game calls for. Our group's about, doing the right thing and just trying to win games, and trying to get better. And that's what we're trying to do.
That was one of the things that Lawrence was mentioning when he spoke to us, that with this group, you guys feel as if you have guys that, even if they don't play, they can play, but if they don't play, they're okay not playing. I mean, you've been around this league a long time. How important is that, and how unique is that?
No, it's very important, and to have guys that are capable of playing, but understand you can't play 15 guys, and understand their roles and what we need from them every single day. And it's been good. I think Patty Mills has brought a great energy. Drew's brought a great energy. Bochamp's kind of quiet, but he's brought great energy every single day for us practicing and playing the stay ready games. And so just our energy is really good on the bench, even though guys are not playing. And so that's what you need. When you're trying to get better. You're trying to build camaraderie. Those guys are great pieces that we added.
Ty, you mentioned the third quarter earlier, coming out with the right intent and everything. You guys have been a pretty good third quarter team all season. What does that say to you that the guys are hearing the halftime message and kind of implementing what you want them to do with the right intent?
Yeah, it says a lot. Just understanding that the game's going to be ups and downs. Throughout the course of the game. Some nights you're not going to make shots. Some nights you can play great defense and not get stops. Just think about the Utah game when Clarkson came out and hit 3 straight threes to get them going. Tonight, Bain makes 3 threes over half court. So just staying with it. Not giving in when things are getting difficult. Just keep running the race, and that's what we got to focus on, because there's going to be a lot of ups and downs throughout the course of games, throughout the course of the season, and we just got to stay together and just keep playing the game the right way.
Coach, you didn't have Kawhi for a large swath in the first half of the season. As you assess the team, how has the team met or exceeded your expectations?
Like I said before, they've done a great job just coming together. I think James did a great job of just leading his team, through the summertime, getting guys together, playing softball, going on trips, doing what they do. And then the start of training camp, just all the running we did and all the different conditioning drills we did. He was really, really engaged and really involved. And so just how he's led this team, the whole time while Kawhi's been out, just says a lot about him, about his leadership.
And then as the All-Star break approaches, how will you utilize the All-Star break to refresh, rejuvenize, and refocus?
I'm going to Vegas.
Hi, Coach. A lot of coaches and players league-wide give you a lot of praise. What does that mean to you as a coach and, with your coaching style and everything that you brought to the Clippers?
It means a lot, to get respect from your peers. And I respect a lot of coaches in this league as well. I mean, it's a hard job, every single night. And then the way the schedule's set up now, when you playing every day or every other day, you don't really get a lot of time to exhale. It's on to the next every night. And so I got a lot of respect, for, every coach in this league, because it's tough and it's hard. The grind is hard. But when you have the kind of group that we have, it's enjoyable, to get up every day and coach the guys that we have. And so, like I said, I give a lot of credit to our players, a lot of credit to our front office for the guys that we brought in and acquired. But like I said, it is a tough job, so it is nice to hear when your peers do respect what you do, because I respect a lot of them as well.
We've been talking a lot about the start of those second quarters and how y'all need to be better in those particular minutes. With obviously you don't have Ben yet, but with Bogey in the mix, just how did you feel that second group looked?
Just gave us some better space and another playmaker that can handle it, play off a closeout. Also just a competitor, wants to win basketball games.
And then with Ben, what's your excitement level to get him in the mix once you guys are all able to play together?
Just to see, what he could do for us in that second unit as well. With that small ball lineup, I think he could push the pace. Great passer, also could defend in multiple positions from the 1 through 5. So it'll be great to see how we can mesh it all together.
You guys came out in the third quarter, really made a run. You guys have been a good third quarter team all year. Kind of, what do you think's gone into that for you guys?
Probably locking into details, seeing what we've been doing in the first half, and not wanting to make those same mistakes.
Y'all had 41 points off of turnovers tonight. A lot of them just live ball turns that y'all immediately turned into points. Like, how much of a point of emphasis has been just the possession battle in general, and then specifically this opponent tonight, just turning them over with their ball handling as good as it could be?
I mean, that's just the way we want to play every night. I think it's not just tonight. We want to be able to pressure the ball and be physical with the other team coming off of ball screens or any type of pin downs and actions. And today our hard work worked out well for us.
I talked about having 4 new guys coming to the All-Star break. It's almost like a fresh start for you guys. Given that kind of feeling, I mean, do you feel like it's kind of like a fresh start as well with 4 new guys coming out of the break?
I mean, overall for me, it's just a fresh start. Just me playing probably, I don't know if it's 13, 14 tonight games. Now I'm 3 30-minute games. But as Ty said, he's the head coach and he has to figure that out. So it probably does feel like a fresh start for him. And, for me, it's just seeing new faces and just trying to make it work with what I can.
Given that and how close the West is, do you feel like there's any pressure to come out of the gate right away at All-Star break and figure things out, or do you feel like there's a lot of building still to be done with this kind of team?
It's always pressure, you know what I mean, especially if, for myself and, the guys on this team, we want to win games, and that's just pressure enough. It's just wanting to do your assignment well and, lock in the plays. So that's the creative pressure that you put on yourself to be great.
Well, how do you evaluate yourself defensively?
How would you evaluate yourself?
Who you're guarding, being able to get stops consistently.
I'm still trying to defend, playing team basketball as well. That's up to other people to, rate me or, assess what I'm doing. But I'm still getting in a mix of things and learning JBG's concepts on the team. Concepts for our team. And it's just a learning process for me to keep going and, I just want to keep getting better.
What was it like with Bogey out there? I think his first shot of the game came from James like a minute in.
It was good. Like I said, he's a competitor, floor spacer. Just playing against him, like I said, he wants to win basketball games. And he could, play off the ball well or have it in his hand and make a play, as you can see.
Ty was talking about just what it says about the organization that you guys have been able to get so many buyout guys over the last few years and also have them come in and have prominent roles. What is your take on that? Just how you guys have been able to bring some guys in off the waiver wire and have them contribute?
Just looking for ways to, maximize our salary cap and just the potential of the team and seeing who those guys are, if they're level-headed, and just like everybody pretty much know, just being transparent with them and, selling them short rather than a big dream and, making them, pretty much earn their spot or, do what we told them to come in and do. And that's just been happening in the years that I've been here.
Appreciate it, Kawhi. Thank you.
James, what have you, just in general, looking at this first half, I know it's not half of the season, but the pre-All-Star break version of this team, what are you seeing in general about this team?
That we got a lot of improvement to do, and we got a chance to be really, really good. Like really, really good team.
You guys came out in the third quarter, kind of put it down on them. You guys have been a good third quarter team all year. Kind of, what does that say to you about the team?
Just trying to get feel for each other and figure out, getting guys, acclimated and comfortable. And I think tonight was a really good job against a really good team. So, more consistency, more, effort that we had throughout the course of 4 quarters, and it's been great.
James, obviously, big All-Star weekend for you. What are you most looking forward to in a weekend like this with so many stars? What are you looking forward to most?
I don't know, just cherishing the moment. Like embracing, the opportunity for me being, my 16th year and 11th year as an All-Star. Just, enjoying the weekend. Like making sure I am who I am, a sense of impacting people in a positive way, kids and other people that don't really understand or know me and never really came across me, and then just enjoying that experience and being on the court with those guys is what I'm looking forward to.
I feel like we're running out of ways to ask you about moving up the all-time scoring list. We've talked to you about it a lot this year already, but outside of becoming second all-time and made threes, is there one of those milestones that you've hit this year that you really sat there and was like, wow, maybe I'll watch that guy? Or...
No, yeah, honestly,
Yeah.
if you want something like today was to my dream. Like when I got traded to the Rockets, it was like, Hakeem Olajuwon. He brought so much. Obviously, we all know about on the court, but off the court, as well. Somebody that I looked up to and kind of wanted to mold and do things in the sense of like what he brought to that city. And obviously, I came short of a championship, but I feel like I've accomplished a lot from that city. And I watched him. He supported me throughout my entire career or my entire stint. In Houston. So tonight was a little bit more special.
James, you guys were able to add a guy in Ben Simmons, who's 3-time All-Star. Done at a high level. On Monday 3 years ago, you guys were traded for each other.
Yeah.
Now you're playing together. Just your thoughts on his joining the team and what he can kind of bring to you
I'm
guys.
excited, man. Ben brings a skill set that we, other than I feel like myself, we don't have, and it's passing ability. His speed and able to push the ball up and get guys in offense and whatnot. So, and then defensively, he still, can get after it. So, I'm excited to add him to, what we have going on. Even Bogey, today Bogey played well. It was his first game and made a couple shots and. Just, I feel like, we got a really good team in the sense of like guys know what to, do and know what to expect and know their role. And for the most part, we're all vets.
Given that you guys have 4 new guys heading into the All-Star break, Ty called it kind of like a fresh start. Like,
Yeah.
do you feel like you guys need to come out of the All-Star break,
Yeah, I think every team wants to feel like that and do that. Like, come out the All-Star break and be playing well. But definitely us. Like if we want to get to where we want to go to, the time is now. And tonight was a good start. So, we followed up with tomorrow and then get a break and then, be ready to go after the break. Thanks.
On your game tonight, coming in and sharing a 3 at the start.
It was fun. It was fun to go back out there and compete. And it's fun to play with these guys. Still figuring out the spacing and everything. But definitely fun, and I enjoy playing with this team.
Bogey, there were some lineups out there where you kind of were like the point guard, the main ball handler. How do you feel like that utilizes your skills? Because obviously you've done that in the FIBA time. So
Yeah, thank you. A lot of people, they don't know, they think I'm just shooter, but I can facilitate the ball, I can organize the offense as well. I can be a ball handler too, kind of point guard. So once we figured out everything, I think it's going to just be better.
So yesterday at practice, obviously just practice, but you and Ben Simmons were kind of going over some DHOs and stuff like that. How much are you looking forward to getting, to play with a guy like him who could play make at his size?
I'm very excited. Ben is special talent, and I think we can benefit from each other's game. And I'm looking forward to play with him. I told him as soon as he came. Last time we had 2 games, an All-Star game, but one time he made me MVP, so he's a hell of a player.
Was it the Rising Stars?
Yeah, Rising Star.
So
Good job.
You mentioned that you left 13 in Atlanta, pick number 10.
Yeah.
What was special about 13 and special about 10?
I think this is a new journey. Honestly, I couldn't pick a better number than 10 here. So I wanted to restart. I wanted a fresh start. I think Bogey in Atlanta 13 was just Bogey in Atlanta 13, and this is new Bogey. So I'm looking forward for some new stuff and better.
Kawhi was saying that just from competing against you, he kind of knew what the team was getting, just a competitor, and mentioned some of the other traits that you bring. What was it like playing on his team, having so many battles? I know it's just one game, but having so many battles against him over the years and now be teammates.
The first game, and
Actually, first practice was kind of weird because you see them, you compete against them all the time, and they're in your team. But weird in a positive way, of course. Now you don't have to guard him that much, and you don't have to rotate. And it's, as I said, I think once we figured out the spacing and once we learn each other's game, what we like and what we don't like, tendencies, and play together and play more together, we're just gonna fit better and look better on the floor.
Is it the same with James? I suppose he wasn't all that
Yeah,
fun to
of
guard
course. I
earlier.
said James, one of the best point guards ever. So, and shooting guards.
Ty was talking about how this kind of coming out of the All-Star break will be a fresh start, given that with 4 new guys, Kawhi's still finding his rhythm and everything. Does that feel like that? I mean, obviously, you're new here, but does it feel like there's any pressure coming out of the All-Star break to kind of figure it out right away?
Honestly, no, because they did such a good job in helping all of us in this transition. And I mean, first day they were there ready with all sets, all plays, all defensive stuff. Coach Jeff, Coach Ty, so everybody, all assistant coaches, they were on point. And when I moved here, I didn't feel anything in transition like I'm not part of the team or something. So they all welcome me, and all players as well. They giving me such a confidence to play here, and I really like this team.
When do you feel you're best as a shooter? Like you've got a variety of platforms you can get your shots off, especially threes off. Like when do you feel like you're in your best rhythm?
When do you feel like when you're in best rhythm? Once you hit a couple shots. I think everybody. I mean, you gotta come with a certain confidence in the game, of course, but you always feel better once you hit a couple shots.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.